Hello everyone. Another growing season for my fig trees now is officially underway. February 29th of 24 is the new date for a head start, and this is about a month and a half later than the previous season. Hopefully I will gather more information, more data, and compare these two seasons and determine if this is enough of a head start for my trees. And especially I'm interested in later ripening varieties. But again, this room is my grow room for giving my trees a head start. I had built this room 4 years ago, and these lights make that possible. Here I have 44 trees currently, and I will bring downstairs probably around 30 more younger trees that need to be uppotted in a week or two. So I'm hoping for these trees to be now more productive, since they are a year older. Also, they have more established root system. Last season, prior to turning the lights on, they were uppotted and their roots were drastically pruned. So now with the established root system, I'm expecting much better results. So let me just show you that room around, and also some of my trees and the stage of growth that they are in. I've been pruning and training my trees for the last 2 weeks, and that was enough light and heat for them to become awakened. Let me use this opportunity first and say hi to all of you, and thank you for your support and following me for the past year and a half. And I also like to thank and welcome new viewers on my channel. My name is Žarko, and I grow figs and other fruit in Michigan in Zone 6B. But I specialize in fig trees, and I like to talk about how to grow fig trees in colder climates, and being able to ripen the fruit before the season ends with the help of a grow room like this with lights. I will have to place my goggles back again. The light is bothering me. So if you were in a colder zone like mine, or even colder zone 5, even zone 4, and you were not successful growing and having figs ripen, perhaps by watching my videos you can get an idea and build a grow room, maybe smaller, or possibly using a tent, grow tent, and give your trees a head start, an earlier start, and by doing so you give them an extended season so they can ripen their fruit. Also, at the end of the season you could use that same grow room to finish ripening of the figs if it's needed. Another thank you is for the viewers from warm areas that don't even need trees to be in containers, and you're still watching my channel, so thank you to all of you. I'm planning to do another giveaway raffle like last time. That was fun. To all of my subscribers, when I reach 2,000 subscribers, that's my new goal, hopefully this year. So if you know anyone that wishes to grow figs, a friend or someone you know, you can just share my video. Also, you can use the notification option to be alerted when I place more videos. There will be more videos coming soon after this one, and I will talk more about specifics of grow room and what makes it successful, what is needed for the grow room to be successful. Things like light, temperature, watering, fertilizing, air quality, protection from the insects. Right now, for example, I see a few fungus gnats flying around, so I'm using a slapping technique to get rid of them. but pretty soon I'm going to show you a method that I use to keep control of them. Also potential spider mites or scale insects, I will talk about that. And yeah, now I'm gonna just go behind the camera and show you this room again. And at the same time, I'm gonna answer a question that I had received a few times. And it is about keeping trees dormant in a basement. That question kind of repeats itself. So I'm going to give you my experience from growing figs and keeping them in a basement for the past 14 years. However, in the last 4 or 5 years since I had this grow room, I was the most successful. So the two main factors that will keep the fig tree dormant are the heat and the light. And you have to fulfill both of them in order to keep the tree dormant. If the room is kept in a dark, complete dark, but the temperature is warmer and rising up, that could stimulate the tree and it will start growing and grow very leggy shoots. And likewise, if the temperature is on a cooler side, let's say low 50s, but there is plenty of light coming from the windows, again, that could stimulate the fig tree. So you will have to keep them in a colder temperature and also darker. My room here is unheated and also isolated from the other rooms of the basement. But what especially is working in my favor are these windows. So one window in the back there, then two more. One is here, and you can see that it is now covered with the cardboard. And there is another one on the other side. So by keeping these windows closed or open, currently it's 68.9 degrees, 35% humidity. I can control the temperature and I can keep it cool enough for these trees to stay dormant. These trees were brought inside over 2 months ago, and they were perfectly dormant at 45 degrees or so, rarely would go over 50. On occasion, it would be even lower than 40 when I would forget to close the windows. So that is the reason why these trees were able to be dormant. And now, in the last 2 weeks, as soon as they got more light, and you can see now that they're already growing. And another question was regarding watering. So I did not water my plants at all since they enter dormancy. So by the end of the season, when they were rained on and the soil, the media got saturated, I closed these bags and they were kept with a pretty much constant moisture for all of this time, even my trees in the outdoor area, in a shed and in the garage. So now when I was moving them around and pruning, I noticed that some of these were too light, and at that point I would water those plants. So the best way is, again, by feeling the weight. You know, if the container is too light for the size, that means that the tree is not watered enough. However, I also find when the trees are fully dormant in a cold, they are perfectly fine being completely dry, with the soil completely dry, and they will not suffer any kind of damage. So that's my experience when it comes to the watering. Now let me just show you some of the trees, and before I'm gonna also show my corner here. This is my workstation where I would prune my trees and train. I did receive some requests for the training with wire, so I will also include those. I saved a couple of trees that I can use for wiring again. And now let me just quickly walk around and show some of my trees. This is a sangue. You can already see that it's growing rapidly. Cravens craving. Again, all of these varieties have breba, or in this case, on some trees, I'm not sure if it's a breba or possibly main crop, late main crop from the previous season. Some of these, or majority of these actually were pruned, summer pruned last season. So I don't know yet which varieties will have breba and which are having main crop. But last year, all of the Black Madeira types were dropping their fruit. I'm not going to walk all the way there. You can see the names, some of the trees, maybe you can even recognize. This is Genovese Nero, which is known for breba, just like this one here, Italian 258. Oh, by the way, I'm going to just point, I had to shut off both the dehumidifier and the fan. At this point, the dehumidifier is not actively working. It is still not too humid. Here are some of the larger trees. Maybe you can recognize Smith and the progress. I made a video recently on wiring pruning. Strawberry Verte. What else do I have here? Ponte Tresa. This is a variety that impressed me last year with the quality of the fruit, and one of my favorites here, Bass's favorite fig. It is one of my favorite too. And let's see. Oops, my phone. That means that my video is getting too long. I'm gonna just end up here. But first I want to point out to the Maltese Beauty. This tree last year was the first to ripen a fruit. It was a breba. So we'll see if it will win again this season. And also, I'm going to just point out to these few trees here in the first row. I had brought this inside yesterday. They were kept outside in a shed in very cold temperatures, so they are not active at all. So we'll see how long it will take for them to come out of dormancy. And here is Madeira Island Black. On January 3rd, I made a fig tasting review on a fig from this tree, and after that video, these trees were taken outside and being forced to go into dormancy. So they had about a month and a half of dormancy. We'll see how will they react to that time. And that's it for this video. I am hoping and wishing you a happy growing season again this year. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.